Good afternoon, traders. In this video, I'm going to answer a question that I get asked very often, which is why do I wait for the stock to break out through the previous high, which is marked out by these yellow lines, before I will take a position. So I always trade long, which means that I am buying the stock at a price, hoping that the price goes up and then I can sell it for a profit. So the reason why I wait for the price to break out through the previous high is fundamentally so that I'm trading with the trend, the recent trend. I check the long-term trend as well on the daily chart and make sure that all the stocks that I'm looking at are trading above the 200 MA, the 200 moving average. That's this red line right here. You can see CLLV is trading above that trend. TLRY is trading above the long-term, the 200 MA, so it's in a long-term uptrend. FSLR, let me reset these charts. Today was trading above the 200 MA, so that's why I was watching it. Laser, LAZR, also trading above the 200 MA. BBBY, also above the 200 MA, as well as SKLZ, also above the 200 MA. So hovering really right around it. Now, let's take a look at the 1 minute chart, which is what I trade off of during the open. So once I see that the stock is trending up on the 200 MA, I always mark out. Let me reset all the charts again. Hopefully this, let's see. I guess because it's after hours right now, so that's why the charts are showing during the after hours. So just bear with me while I reset these charts. So here you can see CLOV created a new high in the pre-market, so I marked that out. If I don't see the stock trading above that high, I don't take a position. And how did that work out for me? Even though previous to that it was trending up, it was trading higher in the pre-market, trading higher than yesterday. Well, it worked out well because it kept me from taking any trades. And what happened is this thing just continued to sell off pretty much throughout the day. Even any reversal trades would have worked against me, and that's why I don't take the reversal trades. Even though sometimes they do work, but they are much less likely to work. TLRY, this wasn't something I traded, but I was looking to take trades this morning, but I was already done by the time this thing took off. But you could see here at the open, it sold off. It was trading below its previous high. And then finally here around, what is that, 954, it broke out through the previous high. It did give a little fake break right here, which if I was trading it, I would have taken that and I would have gotten stopped out. But my trading plan says that I can enter up to 3 times as long as I haven't lost 3 trades. So then my next entry would have been for the next break, which have been for the break of this candle right here. And obviously this thing easily went to 2R after that. And then you can see that this thing even went further. It continued further. So if you trade throughout the day, you know, this could be very helpful to gauge the strength of a stock. This doesn't always happen. Sometimes these stocks peekaboo above the previous high and then they trade off. So that's why you use a stop loss. There's no guaranteed strategy that's going to work all the time. And that's kind of what happened here with FSLR, although my strategy still would have worked if I was just trading this one single stock, because after the breakout, I would have entered for the break of this candle and my stop loss would have been over here. I would have gotten stopped out because it didn't go to 2R. And then I would have entered here, would have gotten stopped out, so that would have been 2 failed trades. And then the third trade would have been for the break of this candle, and that obviously went to 2R. I think it needed to go to 86.66 to go to 2R after that entry, and it went all the way up to 86.77. So that would have been a 2R trade, and that would have canceled out the 2 losers. And then let's take a look at LAZR. I don't think that ever got above the previous high. It started to head that way and then never broke out through it and then just continued to sell off. So again, that kept me from trading a weaker stock. BBBY, I did take 1 trade on that, which was a loser. And this one just barely broke out above. Actually, oh, so yes. The previous high wasn't 32.15. It was trading above the previous high at the open. I remember what happened. And then I got in for the break of this candle and got stopped out. Now, once that happens, once I get stopped out and the price comes all the way down below point A of the ABCD pattern, which is right here. Again, if you look at this simple graphic I have right here, this is point A, point B, point C, and then D is wherever it ends up. Now, if instead of going up, it goes back down and it breaks down through point A, then I can no longer take a trade on it unless it makes a new high. So that's what the markings are on this chart. So that's why I moved this up to that 32.15, because once this trade failed and it broke down through point A, I could no longer take a position on it until it made a new high. And that was a good thing, because look what happened. It sold off throughout the day. So that's that. And then SKLZ. This was the one that I traded that I actually did make a 2-hour trade on this morning. So I had this really nice run up here in the morning, and I was just waiting for a pullback. This was the previous high, or the high from the aftermarket, I'm not sure. And my first entry was for the break of this candle. I got stopped out, and then I got back in over here for the break of this candle, and my stop loss was the low of this candle, and that one went to 2R. And then obviously the stock continued higher, so this was a validated sign of strength at breaking out through the previous high. Again, it's not a guarantee. Just because they break out through the previous high doesn't mean they're going to continue higher throughout the day. I actually got most of this move because my profit target was at 2068, I believe, and it went up to 2094. So still was able to take, or 2095 there, still was able to take advantage of most of the move. And that's really the idea. So anyway, hopefully this helps explain why I like to see the stock break out through the previous high before I enter. Again, it's no guarantee. You should always use a stop loss on any trade that you enter. If things don't work out the way that you plan them to, then get out of the trade. No reason to hold and hope. If I would have done that, for example, on BBY, I'd be hurting pretty bad right now, because it was trading way up here earlier today, and now it's way down here, about $2 less than it was earlier today. So no matter what, go into every single trade with the plan. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.